Look, I think one of the first things we got to really keep in mind is the history, not just of the country, but the history of the world. We are here in the United States of America, a very small element in the wide world of endeavors, people of all sorts. And we ought to keep that in mind. Years ago, people came to the conclusion that our country really haven't been found on some real unbrotherly principles, even when the definitions were being given to human beings. We, people of color, who came into this country back in 1619, been here for more than 400 years, but for 244 of those years, we were an enslaved people. And after 13 years of what we call emancipation, we were thrust into a period that we call Jim Crow. A lot of people don't realize it, but the Emancipation Proclamation that ushered in the Reconstruction era took place on the 1st of January, 1863. And in 1877, a deal was made that brought an end to the Reconstruction era. And so it lasted for less than 14 years, about 13 years and 4 or 5 months. And when you realize that, and you know exactly what happened with Jim Crow, that lasted for nearly another 90 years. And then we got the 1954 Supreme Court decision that set us on course to building, in reality, a more perfect union for people, irrespective of skin color, and that has brought us to where we are today. Now, this didn't happen in isolation. The Supreme Court made the decision in 1954, but we made some congressional activities took place in 1964. 10 years after Brown v. Board of Education, we got the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Then a year later, the 1965 Voting Rights Act. Then, 3 years later, we got the 1968 Fair Housing Laws. All these things were incremental steps toward a more perfect union. However, as happened back in the 1870s, retrogression started to set in around 12 years ago when the Supreme Court, in a new decision, really gutted the Voting Rights Act. And we hear going on all over the country today the results of that.